You're watching the Weiss channel. Today we're going to simplify imaginary numbers. We're going to add imaginary numbers together, like combining like terms. Easy. Check it out. All right. We've got negative of the square root of 121 plus square root of negative 81 minus square root of 100 plus square root negative 16. Now, don't confuse this. Negative square root of 121, that's not the square root of negative. The negative's on the outside. If the negative's on the outside, just treat this like a regular square root. The square root of 121 is 11, okay? But here, the square root of a negative is, the square root of negative 81 is 9i. Square root of 100, that's 10. Square root of negative 16, that's 4i. Now you just combine the like terms. Negative 11, negative 10 is negative 21. 9i, 4i is 13i. Easy, man. Okay? How about here? Okay? Square root 25 is 5. Now, you got to break down 24. That's going to be negative 4, 6. Square root of 1 is 1. Got to break down negative 54. That's going to be negative 9 and 6. So what you do when you have a negative square root, don't forget that you put the negative with the perfect square. You got to remember which perfect square, say, goes into 54, right? And you got to remember all the perfect squares, okay? All the perfect squares up to 20, okay? So here we have square root of 25 is 5. Square root of negative 24 is negative 4 and 6. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of negative 54 is negative 9, 6. Okay. So we have square root of negative 4 is 2i. Square root of negative 9 is 3i. Square root of 6. So now we just take negative 5 and 1 makes negative 4. 2i plus 3i is 5i. Square root of 6. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Over here, square root of 9, that's 3. If you just have square root of negative 2, all right, you got to pull out I, right? So you got to take square root of negative 1 times square root of 2. Square root of negative 1 is I, okay? Square root of 64 is 8. Square root of negative 18, that's square root of negative 9, square root of 2, okay? So now you have 3 minus I, square root of 2, plus 8 plus 3i, square root of 2. 3 plus 8 is 11, negative 1i and positive 3i is positive 2i, square root of 2. Not so painful. Okay. Over here, square root of 100, that's 10. Square root of negative 27, we're going to take the perfect square with the negative times square root of 3. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of negative 108, we're going to take the perfect square, 36, with the negative, times square root of 3. Okay? So, square root of negative 9 is 3i, square root of 3, plus 2, plus square root of negative 36 is 6i, square root of 3. So you got 10 minus 2 is 8. 3i plus 6i is 9i, square root of 3. You've been watching the Weiss channel.